You wanted me to tell the story of how me and my girlfriend met, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. I don't know how funny this will be. We'll end it sweet. Maybe. I don't know.
Topic 4.
If I tell it well. So, where do I even begin? Okay. So I'll start here. So, after a string of crazy people that I liked for a little bit and had things with,
Things.
I say things because I never actually dated any of them because they either A, didn't want to, but sort of did, or B, couldn't because their family was like, you can't date anybody yet. And I was like,
Sirens.
yeah, there's still sirens. We'll power through it. But yeah, so it was junior year of high school when I officially like met my girlfriend, but we weren't obviously dating at the time. I started off like, her name's Nicole. I'm gonna call her Nicole for the.
She's been on the show.
She's been on the show. So Nicole is her name, and her friend.
Go back and bleep out that whole episode.
Yeah.
Just erase all that continuity. Her friend. I met her friend. I'll call her Ashley, for discrepancy's sake. I met her friend Ashley first, right? Mm-hmm. And she was nice. And then I sort of liked her for a little while, but then she got crazy. And when I say crazy, I mean
Crazy.
kind of
Like, cut off your hair and keep it in a book? Crazy?
No. Like,
Whoa.
like,
that's crazy.
like in the sense of here, I'll explain the story. So, like, I was talking to her for a little while, right? Mm-hmm. And then I stopped really having feelings for her. I just kind of like, oh, she's more of a friend type, right?
Yeah.
But at that point, she had, had a crush on me, and it was apparently very intense.
Very intense.
Yeah, very.
To the point where I had said, kind of in passing, because she wasn't allowed to go to school dances because there was
Boys
and debaucherous
Whoa.
behavior that she wasn't allowed anywhere near until junior year. And it was sophomore year of high school, and I was like, oh, we should go to a dance together sometime, as like just a thing I just said just to be nice or whatever that I immediately forgot about. She did not. To the point where
Girls remember everything.
you guys are crazy.
Not all of us.
Not all of you, but the ones I have found.
and Paige.
and Paige.
No.
You're not crazy. You attract also crazy.
I just attract crazy.
You don't drink water. That's kind of crazy.
I love vitamin water. That counts. There's water in the title.
Mm-hmm.
Regular water is so boring.
Yeah, it's a good way to put
H2O.
it.
Who likes that?
I mean, literally everything on Earth. It's everything. 100% of everything needs water. But back to my thing. So yeah, where did I leave off? So yeah, I was like, yeah, let's go to a dance sometime. And she was like, I'm gonna remember this forever, and then we're gonna go to a dance, and we're gonna be in love, and we're gonna get married, and it's gonna be great. Yeah, and I immediately forgot about it. To the point where, like, come homecoming the next year, she was so convinced that I was going to ask her that she had bought a dress.
Uh-oh.
This is a year later.
A year later.
Oh my god.
She had bought a dress, and she was so excited, and she was waiting for me to ask her. And once again, I had forgotten. Like, this is not. I wasn't even.
This is a year later.
Yeah, and I wasn't even gonna go to the dance because none of my friends were going. I'm just like, I don't even need to go. It's not that big a deal. And then it's a week beforehand, and Ashley's freaking out because she's like, "Oh my god, it's a week left, and he don't think he's gonna ask me. I had this dress. What am I gonna do?"
That's so accurate.
And Nicole, who was friends with her, was like, I'll text him and ask what he's doing. And then she was like, no, don't text him, but actually, you should text him, but don't tell him that I want you to just do it from your phone, like, just because.
This is so high school, girls. I totally did that with my friends.
Right? And so Nicole texts me, and she's like, I think this is the first time I actually, like, had her phone number, or like, because I didn't have it before this, but she texts me, and she's like, Matt, I have a question for you. This is Nicole. And I'm like, oh, hi, what's up? And she's like, what are you doing for homecoming? And I said, oh, I mean, I don't nothing. I don't think I'm gonna go. And she says, really wants you to ask her, so ask her. And I was like, okay. And in my like super naive junior year of high school mind, I just opened up a new text message. Hey, do you want to go to homecoming? Question mark.
Said her
send.
name.
Boop. Hey, Ashley, do you want to go to homecoming? Question mark. Send. And then I was like, okay, I asked. And then Ashley got mad at me because I didn't.
Of course, you were supposed to ask in a cuter way.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, use emojis.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I had a flip phone at that point.
Did you have
Same.
did you use a smiley face?
No.
Like
I don't
colon
think so.
parenthesis?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Come on.
If anything, I did.
Less than 3?
If anything, I did.
Less than 3.
8 equals D.
No.
No. Just kidding. No, Paige, don't look at me like that. I'm just kidding. If anything, it was a smiley face with tongue.
Ooh.
Colon capital P.
Ooh, I was never one of those. I always did the colon
Colon half parenthesis.
or the 3.
Less than 3.
Less than 3.
But then I got in trouble because I didn't ask her properly, but she was still going, so she let it slide. And then it was kind of awkward because none of my friends were going, so I went with her and her group of friends who I didn't really know. And so I was like standing kind of alone or with my father, like while we were taking pictures at this winery, and I'm like, Dad, I don't belong here. He's like, just tough it out, son. I'm like, oh, okay. And then, so we were at the dance, and it was going, I guess, fine. Like, I had, warmed up to people at that point and was having a good time. And it ended, and, we, like, when we were leaving, we, like, hugged, but it was one of those hugs where, like, she was squeezing me, like, just a little tighter than I feel like,
Was friends?
Yeah.
It was a little more than friends?
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, boy.
A more than friends hug.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, God. Oh, this is not good. Because, at the point where, like...
And you always know when they hug you and they want to kiss you.
And the thing
But they want you to kiss them.
And the thing that I don't think I actually accurately, like, portrayed is like, oh, why did you go to the dance with her? Or why did you say you'd go to the dance with her? Or, like, ask her if you didn't like her at that point. Because I was like, it was her first dance. And after I said, hey, let's go to this dance, is when I kind of, like, in my own mind was like, oh, she's kind of crazy. But I'd already asked her to this dance, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? It's her first one. Like, I wanted her to have a good first dance. You know what I mean? Because, like, it's...
What a gentleman you are.
Yeah,
Well,
he
thank
asked
you.
her out.
God, no. But, so yeah, after that, I was like, yeah, that's when I kind of, like, I started tapering off my speaking to her, which...
At the dance?
Not after the dance.
Okay.
After the whole, like...
Oh,
Which
you're
leads to drama.
Yeah, it did. And it, well, because she, like, texted me and was like, why aren't you talking to me? Like, what's going on? And I was like, hey, oh, yeah, so, yeah,
I'm gay.
I don't like you.
It's not you, it's me.
me.
And I don't like you.
Ooh.
Ooh, no, I didn't say that. But I was basically like, yeah, you know what?
When you try to be polite about it, and you're
This
like,
is what I actually
"You're
said. I remember what
great."
I remember what I said to it. I was like, you know
Who
what?
is this?
Who is this? Who?
Who are you?
Sorry, I
anyway?
got a new phone. Who is this? That's what I
Oh,
always
no.
say when I have an unknown number.
No, because he's trying to make a statement.
She's like, bye.
Yeah.
Don't call me ever.
Bye, Felicia. But no,
Said her
Bye,
name wrong.
Ashley.
bye, Ashley. No, I said, you know what? I think we actually work better as friends. Yeah.
And then you can never be friends.
Well, no. Okay, so then I was
Did
like,
you end up becoming friends?
I mean,
No.
no.
You never become friends after that.
Well, here's. I still think of us as friends. I mean, like, I don't really talk to her anymore, but
You think of her as the crazy girl.
Yeah, that's what you led with.
Yeah. Not friends.
okay, she's very nice. Like, it's
The crazy nice girl.
Mhm. Like nice from a distance.
Yeah.
in the
Oh,
same
she looks
in the
nice.
same way, like it's in the same way seeing like an elephant is nice. You're like, no, listen first.
That's so mean.
Listen first, because
You compared her to an elephant.
Elephant. Is she fat?
Wow. Let me
This
finish.
just got real.
Let me finish first. Because you see an elephant and you're like, God, what a majestic, gorgeous creature, right? But then all of a sudden, you get too close and it gores you with its tusks, with its weird long tooth things, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I mean.
Most animals.
Yes.
Oh man. Even I know a girl's not gonna take that well.
Well, it's said anyway.
So then you met
We
your
definitely have to
girlfriend.
take
Basically.
her name out of it now.
Yeah, she doesn't listen to the show, so it's fine. Nicole does,
Just
though.
in case.
I know. I'm just saying.
Just in case.
There's
Yeah.
there's like a 0.001% chance she'll listen to this. But anyway, so then that stopped. But then after that, I met through them I met Nicole, who would eventually become my girlfriend. But at this point, we're just friends, right? And we're going through not senior year, like near the end of junior year. Like she sits next to me in our English class. She like moved into it, right? And at the time, I was dealing with this other crazy girl, which is another whole can of worms. But what happened was that the thing with the crazy girl ended, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was in this weird like slump thing where I was just kind of like, man, girls are awful, right? But then I got to know Nicole more, and
You're like, wow, I love you.
not at first, because she liked me first, and she was doing the puppy dog thing where she kind of just followed me around for a bit.
That sounds like Nicole.
Yeah. And if she was here, she'd be defending herself, and she's gonna want to defend herself when she goes back on. But she was like,
To reclaim her honor.
and one of the beautiful things about Nicole is how determined she is. Like she gets what she wants. She's like, I'm gonna make him like me, goddammit. And so she like
I wish I had that kind of power.
And so she like puppy dogged around with me for like just followed me around for a while, and like she got what she wanted. Like as I started hanging out with him more, I'm like,
She brainwashed him.
like oh she's she's pretty great. And then so like I can't, but then this is like I'm still reeling off of this like lack of confidence thing to where like a beautiful girl is like, hey, basically like, hey, I'm into you, and I'm still like, she's probably not. Like it's probably
There's some kind
But
of
she
trick.
was.
She was, yeah, but like I didn't think of that because I'm still in this weird like.
Hi, Corinne.
Hi, Chris. Is there a fire out there? We heard lots of sirens.
No fire that I can see.
Did you start a
Good.
new one?
Yeah, it's cooking the corn.
Good,
The corn's on fire.
Corn is cooking
delicious,
everyone.
Woo!
delicious. Excuse me.
So Nicole.
Ew.
Yeah, sorry. So, it took me a while to be like, okay, you know, I'm pretty sure she likes me, but then
Yeah, it was on their 5th date and they were making out. And he's like,
He's like, oh, I think
yeah,
she likes
he's like,
me now.
I've got a hunch.
I've got a hunch.
maybe it's all right.
We offered Corinne.
Yeah, Corinne
but
said she
you
missed
chose
me telling the story.
corn.
But you chose
But
corn.
the corn is going great.
Oh, good,
Oh, lovely.
good.
Do you guys have butter for the corn?
Yeah,
Yeah,
And salt and pepper?
yeah,
yeah.
Okay, we're set.
solid.
Not too much, otherwise that guy's gonna get pissed off.
Yeah, he's gonna burst through a wall like the Kool-Aid Man.
Yeah.
Do you know why I did that?
I could taste the amount of salt in the air. I traced it back here. Anyway, so sorry.
Whoa.
I had to match his crazy, otherwise it
Yeah,
wouldn't.
It was
solve
actually
It was an
Matt.
accurate representation.
Yeah,
Of that guy I remember from 20 years ago.
yeah. But back to Nicole. So here's what I was actually like. Maybe she does like me. Was my friend Gary was like, yeah, she likes you.
Oh, wow.
But like,
That's cheating.
so
You didn't figure that out.
I didn't figure that out. My friend helped me out, but he's
Damn it, Gary.
Nicole. No, Nicole.
Gary.
Nicole is angry at Gary for essentially being the homie. Because here's what happened, right? He was like, he was testing the waters to see if she was just man crazy or actually liked me. So he was like, he was talking to her. I don't exactly remember what they were saying to each other, but basically, he got her to like admit that she likes me to him, but she like made him promise like 15,000 times, like, you're not gonna tell him, right? You're not gonna tell him, right?
And
And he's like,
told
no,
you.
I'm not gonna tell him. I'm not gonna tell my best friend who I've known for longer than you. And then so she tells him like, yeah, I like him, and then he immediately texts me and is like, hey, she likes you.
Oh, was it in person?
No,
Because
wasn't in
for some
person.
reason I can just picture his voice in my head,
Oh.
just like, "Hey Matt, Nicole likes you."
No, he texted me and I was like, so you're telling me there's a chance? And then
He was like, "Yep."
And then it took the rest of the summer of us like hanging out a couple of times to build up my confidence. And then we were gonna hang out this Sunday and go see a movie or something like that. But
This Sunday,
yeah, this Sunday. I haven't actually asked her out yet.
he's playing the long game.
Yeah. Yeah.
5
It's a long
years later.
process.
Yeah. I have this 5-year plan that I work on.
The SpongeBob thing. 5 years.
5 years later.
later.
Exactly. And so we were gonna hang out on a Sunday and go see a movie or something like that. And I was gonna ask her out then, like officially. But like at 10 o'clock the night before, she like calls me and is like, Matt, come hang out with all of my friends at Denny's. We'll pick you up. And I'm like, okay. And so I hang out with them and it's fun. And then she's the one that's driving. And so she 100% did this on purpose now that I think about it. But she was dropping everybody else off and she dropped me off last.
Ooh.
Right?
Ooh.
Pew, 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 pew.
Nicole, you dog.
It's Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Is
And
this
so-
when you guys kiss?
No.
Matt,
Kiss on the first date.
get out of here.
It's hard, man. It's tongue first, right? Ladies love that. Lead with the tongue,
You lead
right,
with
Paige?
yeah.
In a flicky motion. You
They,
gotta flick.
they open their mouth and then you just
Yeah.
tongue.
And you gotta dance up to them, right?
Yeah,
Right?
A lot of arms, like the guy from Monsters
know?
Inc. The-
Yeah.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah. And you wave a lot. You
I
gotta
never
make
heard of that, but
Yeah.
that's a way.
You gotta make yourself look bigger than you actually are, right? I watch a lot of
You
animal
gotta
documentaries.
flare the lats.
Yeah. And you gotta grunt profusely. I'm like, ooh.
I bet she loved that.
Yeah. I mean, 5 years later, still dating, so still counts.
True.
But no, so she dropped me off last, right? And we sat outside my house talking for like a long time. And then I was like, in my mind, I was like, just do it now. Just come on, you can do it.
You can do it.
Just have a little confidence for once in your goddamn life. And so I'm sitting there, and like, it didn't go as gracefully as I told people it did. But so here's what I was thinking. And so
So are we getting the truth or the?
no, you're getting the truth. The lie is that like I lifted the seat and like slid over and I was like, yo, listen, baby, I'm gonna tell you something right now. You, me, that's a thing now, right? We're dating. Good
Didn't
night.
even ask.
Good night.
Yeah, good night. And I left, right?
That was
Ooh.
super
Then I
smooth.
popped the collar and then flapped my coat and left. Right?
Whoa!
That's not what happened whatsoever. And so I'm sitting there, I'm trying to psych myself up for it. And then I was like, what did I say? I was basically like, hey, so Nicole, so if you, would you,
Yes.
Yes.
how would you feel about maybe, like considering tomorrow as like a date? And she was like, okay. I'm like, cool.
Did she sound that unsure?
Yeah. And then I'm like, cool. And so I got out of the car and then I was like, my mental self was like, you idiot. That's not asking her out. Just go back and ask her out. And I was like, and so I walked around the car and then opened her like door, the driver's side, and just kind of like slid in next to her and was like, all right, just to be clear, what I'm asking is, would you like to go out with me? And she was like, yeah. And I'm like, cool. So I'll see you tomorrow. And she's like, yeah. I'm like, okay. And so like I closed the door and then like she drove away.
She thinks she's gonna get murdered, but Matt's like, yeah,
Yeah.
I did it.
I pop and locked all the way back to my house, and then my parents were asleep, so I told
Okay,
my dog.
wait. Question.
What's up?
Question.
What's up?
So if a guy's like, "Will you go out with me?" Does that just mean a date, or is that like boyfriend girlfriend?
See,
I don't know.
didn't.
That's so confusing.
Yeah,
to me.
I didn't know. That's why I had to go clarify because I was like that.
Do you have to ask again and say, "Will you be my girlfriend?" Or
I feel like, well, from what it seems like, there's like dating, and then there's becoming boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah. But when does that?
I don't
You have
see.
to
I don't know.
clarify that.
Because I've heard
Yeah.
people use going out for both.
Both.
Yeah, exactly. So I think. I mean,
Will you go out with me? Sometimes that's asking.
in
But
high
then-
school, I feel like it's just dating.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I don't high school relationships. I mean, mine lasted, but
Yeah.
usually they don't.
When high school was just like, hey, you're cute. You want to be my girlfriend? And
Yeah.
they're like, okay.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then you walk around
Okay.
school and
Yeah.
wave at each other from across campus. That's
Yeah.
my boyfriend.
Yeah.
Like,
And you text him during class.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But so,
Send winky faces.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then emojis once those became a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
once it
exactly.
became a thing.
Always smiley face with tongue.
Always the tongue with you.
Yeah.
I know.
You gotta lead with the tongue. Everything with the tongue, dude. That's
That is scandalous.
Yeah.
Ow. I actually heard, so I can try. Words are hard. I can tie a cherry stem in a knot, like, with my tongue, right? And the only reason I learned how to do that was because I was in Chicago. I was at this, like, camp thing or whatever it was. And there was a girl there who had a bag of cherries. And she was like, listen first before you make faces at me. She was like, yeah, so I heard, like, you know, if you can tie a cherry stem in a knot with your tongue, it means you're a good kisser.
I guess I'm not then.
I mean-
I've never been able to do it.
Well, I mean, after then, I never
How many
kissed.
times have you tried?
To tie a cherry stem?
Yeah.
Like
Once
three
every week.
3 or 4 times in my life.
Yeah, see,
Whenever I have a cherry.
You see, like, I would practice religiously. But, like, my thing is I hadn't, at that point, I
Matt's
wasn't, like,
at home, like, next one.
Yeah,
Can't do
playing
it.
the Rocky theme
Yeah.
song over it.
Yeah.
it's the eye of the tiger, it's the thrill of the night. But no, because, like, I hadn't kissed anybody up to that point because I was in 8th grade. And so I was like, when it happens, I want to be prepared. And so I just learned to tie a cherry stem. I don't know if
Wow.
that helped me or not, but I can do that now, so.
It probably
Bravo.
helped you.
Good party trick,
Maneuver with your tongue a little
I
bit.
guess.
Yeah.
Like I said, you gotta lead with that. You gotta
So
open.
you are prepared
Yeah. It's great. I haven't heard any complaints to my face.
Ooh.
to your face.
Yeah,
There is a
haven't
blog
either.
about you, though.
probably. It's
It's called matt'sabadkisser.blogspot.com.
Oh.
Matt is the worst.
You can actually check in at Yelp. You have a 2-star rating, so
Oh, hey!
that's
I
not,
mean,
It's not terrible.
there are
mean-
some people that I've kissed that definitely they need work.
Really?
But I would never be like, "Hey, you're a terrible kisser. You
Really?
need work."
yeah,
you
she
know what
just
I
gives
mean?
them a business card to a coach.
Like, how would you? Well, like, okay, so what made them a bad kisser? Like, I still don't know.
I don't
they
know. It
led
just
with the
did not
tongue.
work. Well,
Like, because this is the thing that's confusing me. Like, I
he
don't know
was
what
literally
constitutes
like
a
the
bad
most
kisser.
attractive person in the world, and he was like one prom king, everything. It was not
Not
there.
there.
Because he was coasting by on that crown.
No, it was just
He didn't need to be a
really-
good kisser.
Like
Yeah,
mechanical.
clearly there were definitely some technical issues.
That's weird to me because like I've asked people.
I
This
don't know,
before.
but that was like the only one I've experienced.
Yeah, like, I've heard people like, yeah, he was a terrible kisser, and I'm like, what does that mean? Like, how?
I don't
what
know.
makes
It's
a
just
bad
like
kisser?
the way it was almost like flat. Like he just was like,
Oh.
like literally as though like your hand like just
Huh.
like pecking. It wasn't. There was no like sticking
Like a
your
chicken?
lips out to kiss.
Like you just
It was
coming
just
in.
like
Did he do?
I don't know.
No. Here's what I think he did
Like
wrong.
literally
right?
nothing there.
Here's
to,
what I
like,
think he did wrong.
Kiss.
He didn't with the tongue. He went clockwise. You got to go
Oh,
counterclockwise.
Always.
Because
yeah.
we're above the equator. It's the Coriolis effect. You got to go counterclockwise.
I learned
up
about
here.
that in my natural disasters class.
Yeah, so that joke makes sense to
Yeah.
you.
That sounds like a sad class.
It was really sad. We
Oh.
learned about a lot of natural disasters, but I learned about that.
Well, there's like 15 fires all over the world right now, so you
No,
can.
Yeah, we're living one
I
right
need
now.
to make
Yeah.
sure all my friends' houses are okay.
After the podcast.
Well, speaking of which, how long have we been going for?
An
Yeah,
hour something something.
we've
Okay.
bing going.
I think we're solid on this one. If
Hour
we're,
fifteen.
Solid, guys.
I think we're good.
Yeah.
I think we
We're gonna
squeezed all
eat
the-
some corn.
I think we
Cut.
Bled, I think we bled this stone dry. Oh, good. Well, you've been with us for an hour and 15 minutes of utter nonsense. Once again, my name is Matt Sagisi. This is Brayden Curtis.
Hello.
And this is the lovely and talented Paige Lorentzen. Thank you for coming back
Hello.
on with us.
Yeah, thanks
with
for being on again.
with our weird
Of
show.
course, I love you guys.
Thank you.
Aw.
Once again, if you like our particular brand
No
of crazy...
girl's ever said that to me.
Brayden,
Except my mom.
dude, go for it, man. Tell her she's pretty. Tell her she's pretty.
Paige, would you go out with me?
Okay, well, bring it back. This is salvageable.
Oh, I gotta slide onto her chair. That's how you do it.
Yeah, this is salvageable. This is salvageable. Good. Okay, here's what you tell her, right?
Yeah.
Repeat exactly after me. Hey, yo, girl.
You can't listen.
Hey, this is Paige. Get up.
Okay,
this
I'm
is,
sorry.
this is my. Okay, Brayden, repeat after
Well,
me.
you gotta listen to me. Just don't listen to Matt.
Repeat after me, Brayden.
'Kay.
Hey, yo, girl.
Hey, yo, girl.
How you doing?
Ayo,
How you
homie.
doing?
Good.
how's
What's
your-
good?
How's your booty, cutie?
How's your booty, cutie?
It's popping.
Oh,
Nice!
Oh! Just like that, we're in. We were ending the show, but God. Anyway. Sorry.
Cheesy pickup line.
Yeah, they're the best. Where was I?
Stay tuned for next week where Paige and I talk about our new relationship.
Yeah.
Once again. Yeah, so if you like us, you can go to all the things we said before. You can go to YouTube,
Facebook,
Facebook,
SoundCloud,
SoundCloud, iTunes,
Instagram, Twitter,
Smell smoke
Pinterest,
again.
If you like-
MySpace, Smoky outside.
Smoky.
Smokey
Follow
Robinson.
follow us on Smoky because where there's smoke, there's a fire, and we're hot.
We're hot.
Yeah. If you like our particular brand of crazy, please do all those things. Join us again next week when our topic will be.
We don't know. Undecided.
If you have
a
suggestions,
surprise. It'll
Yeah.
be a surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
we
you have
don't-
any suggestions, comment
Yeah, sound
down
off.
below.
You can-
Give this video a big thumbs up, and don't forget to hit subscribe.
Yeah, Paige has
Oh,
got a cool
dang.
Instagram. Hopefully, she pimps us on there.
Paige
Goodbye.
has to come back every week just to close it off for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do
she's-
your intro and outro every week.
And then peace out
And
for
then
the rest of the
that's
show.
She's really good at that. All right. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye!